Good morning, children. Good morning. Good morning, home. Amruta, Avishkar, very good morning. सर, आपका सब्जेक्ट के लिए कौन सी बुक लेना है? मेरा सब्जेक्ट एंड ऑल्सो कंप्लीट बायोलॉजी, नॉट ओनली माय सब्जेक्ट बच्चों, कंप्लीट बायोलॉजी के लिए द बेस्ट बुक इज ट्रूमैन्स. I repeat, Truman's. Okay, but actually, if you listen to me properly, Truman's you need not to buy. Why? Any notes whatever I am making na, so I am already referring 5-6 textbooks. So again, separately, exclusively, you need not to buy anything. If you want, I'll suggest you two books, that is NCERT Fingertips. NCERT Fingertips. Okay, NCERT Fingertips. Okay, and also 36 years AIPMT papers. AIPMT papers. Okay, this two books, they comes under a series called as MTZ series. Okay, if you take, this is more than enough. इससे ज़्यादा आप खरीद, there is no need to what you call buy anything. Okay. I'm just waiting बच्चों, maybe 2 minutes में will start. Okay, because हमारा strength is 27, only 19 students are added. Okay, just 2 minutes we'll wait and then we'll start. Okay. Good morning. चलो, children will start. चालू करेगा हम। ओके ना, ना, in the last class we started, sorry, we completed the first chapter of your syllabus, that is living world. Okay, now we started unit number 1. Okay, unit number 1 has 4 chapters bachcho. The first chapter is living world, the second chapter is biological classification. Okay, and the third chapter is plant kingdom. Okay, and the fourth chapter is animal kingdom. Okay, so these are the 4 chapters that are there in the unit number 1. Okay, in this chapter number 1, that is living world, we completed. Okay, this is a chapter we completed in the last class. Okay, now today we are taking the second chapter of this unit, that is nothing but biological classification. What is that bachcho? Biological classification. Whereas Rakesh sir is taking what? Shet sir is taking animal kingdom. Okay. Now, this biological classification is the second chapter of unit number 1. This is biological classification. What is biological classification, bachcho? Can anyone tell? Of course, if you don't tell, I am here to tell. But can anyone tell what is biological classification? Classifying the organism. Sir, can we call biological classification as taxonomy? Yeah, you can call, but okay, you can call. There is no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay. Now, biological classification matlab grouping various organisms that are present on this world. ये दुनिया में कितना organisms are there? All these organisms अलग अलग groups बनाना, that is called as biological classification. Okay, such biological classification, if you take, the biological classification was first of all it was started by Aristotle. सबको पता है ना Aristotle कितना great putting, yeah, yes, Nishikant, yes, putting the organisms in different groups based on their excellent, very, very good. In even Amrita, okay, while grouping various organisms on the basis of their character, excellent, very good. Nishikant and also Amrita, very nice answer, okay, and it's correct also. Shravan, okay. Now, the biological classification, it was first of all started by Aristotle. सबको पता है ना Aristotle कितना great scientist है. Understanding it. He's actually not scientist. Many people they think that Aristotle is a scientist. Actually, Aristotle is a philosopher. Understanding it. So he's the first one to identify this particular plants into 3 groups. What are they? Herbs, shrubs, and trees, based on their morphological characters. Okay, but many times I told you morphological characters matlab external characters are called as morphological characters. Okay, now for the first time Aristotle classified the plants into herbs, shrubs, and trees. बच्चों herbs मतलब पता है ना, छोटा plants, small plants are called as herbs, whereas मीडियम साइज्ड बुशेस जैसा दिखता है ना बच्चों, दैट बुशेस जैसा प्लांट्स आर कॉल्ड एज shrubs, whereas a tall vertical plants are called as what? Trees. Okay bachcho, like that he classified the animals also. How he classified plants? Based on the morphological characters. He classified animals based on what? The RBCs. Understanding it? Man lo, if the organisms they don't have RBC, then that is called as enema. Okay, whereas the organisms which are having RBC, that is called as enema. Understanding it? Enema, enema. Okay, with RBCs enema, whereas without RBCs enema. Understanding it? So these are This is a classification which was given by Aristotle. Understood, bachcho? Where because Aristotle contributed this much, Aristotle is considered as, सबको पता है, but फिर भी I am telling you, he is considered as father of biology, or he is also considered as father of zoology also. Okay, ये slide में any doubts are there, children, or can I take the next slide? Any doubt you can ask. No doubts. Okay. Now, आ गया second scientist. Who is the second scientist? Theophrastus. Okay, Theophrastus is the second scientist. Okay, now Theophrastus is the father of ancient plant taxonomy, and he is father of even botany also. Okay, botany. Who is the father of botany? Theophrastus is the father of botany. Understanding it? Whereas Theophrastus is even father of ancient plant taxonomy also. And you know what is a important point you need to remember from Theophrastus thing, you know, botany में पहले बार for the first time on botany one book is published that is written by Theophrastus. इतना great. अरे यार एक book publish करना वो सोचने में that thought आएगा तो डरता है. Understanding it? Got my point? So for the first time world में biology का बारे में एक book create किया, obviously that is Theophrastus. इतना great scientist. And you know what is the name of that book? Historia Plantarum, the first book of botany. Understanding it? It is a first book of botany, bachcho. Understanding it? That's why this is a very important question in your NEET exam. Understanding it? The first book which was proposed on the botany is nothing, on this branch of botany is nothing but what? Historia Plantarum only. You know what? In this Historia Plantarum book में he described 480 plants. How many plants, बच्चों? 480 plants he described. And बाद में Historia Plantarum का बाद में he gave two books also, that is Causes of Plants and also Enquiry into Plants. So these are the three books that was published, written and also published by Theophrastus. Okay, bachcho? Whereas he proposed the terms called as annual, biennial and perennial. बच्चों आपको पता है ना, annual मतलब plants which can live for only 1 year called as annual, whereas the plants which can live for 2 years that is called as biennial. The plants which can live for many years, so many years they can live, then that is called as perennial. Understanding it? These three words was proposed by whom? Theophrastus. Easily he did not become father of botany, bachcho. Understanding it? He did. I can say more than 70% of his life he dedicated to only botany. इसलिए he became father of what? Botany. Understanding it? So itna easily no one can get such a prestigious and proud position. Understanding it? See, annual, biennial, perennial, that means on the basis of the lifespan, for the first time the classification was proposed by whom? Theophrastus only. So based on kitna din zindagi ji sakte hai, based on, for example, if they live for only 1 year, annual. If they live for 2 years, then that is called as biennial. If they live for 3 years, then that is called as perennial. Idhar tak any doubts are there, bachcho? 2 points I explained. This 2 points. This is point number 1 and this is point number 2. Any doubts you please ask, bachcho? Any doubt? Okay. Now, he classified the plants again into 4 groups, bachcho. What are the 4 groups? The first group is herbs, next one is undershrubs, and next one is shrubs, and the last one is trees. So the herbs matlab small plants, very small plants, whereas shrubs matlab what? They are medium sized, and undershrubs matlab they're what I call beach mein, that means they are not completely what I call medium, and they are not completely small, that means medium sized, whereas trees matlab they are completely tall. Understanding it? So these are the 4 groups of the plants that were classified by Theophrastus. Okay, Aristotle and Theophrastus. That means two scientists explained. So two scientists. I am thinking you must have understood. कुछ confusions, queries or anything ऐसा ऐसा कुछ है बच्चों? Feel free to ask. Many times I am telling you. Feel free to ask any doubt. ये दो साइंटिस्ट में एनी कंफ्यूजन बच्चों? क्वेरीज, डाउट्स, कंफ्यूजन्स, कुछ भी? Now the third scientist is Carolus Linnaeus. बच्चों Carolus Linnaeus आपको पता है he is such a very great scientist, you know, such a very great scientist, and he is the father of taxonomy, both plant taxonomy and also animal taxonomy. So he is the father of what? Taxonomy. Understanding it? Whereas, you know, see the greatness I am telling in one word में I am telling the greatness of Carolus Linnaeus. Actually Carolus Linnaeus का असली नाम क्या है पता है आपको? Carl von Linn. सच में his actual, otherwise I'll underline so that you will or clearly you will understand. Actually his name is what? Carl von Linn. Am I correct or not? Whereas this Carolus Linnaeus gave binomial nomenclature. याद है? Don't say that you forgot. Okay. So hope you remember. So binomial nomenclature, and this binomial nomenclature matlab kya hai? Giving two names to every organisms. That means giving two names to every organisms. That means name mein only two are there. Am I correct or not bachchon? That's why his name mein Carl ek, one, two, Linn. That means three names are there. That's why he changed his name to Carolus Linnaeus. See the passion bachchon. See the passion. See how passionate. He even changed his name because he gave the rule. He gave the rule what? Binomial nomenclature. Are maine diya. If I only don't follow, world never follow. Understanding it? That's why this Carolus Linnaeus changed his name Carl von Linnaeus to Carolus Linnaeus. See his greatness. Understanding it? So whatever it may be, now he proposed two kingdom classification. So what is two kingdom classification? Two kingdom classification matlab pura duniya mein how many ever organisms are there, and that organisms he classified into two groups in the year 1758. Sir year yaad rakhna hai kya? No need bachcho, you need not to remember the year. Okay, no problem, but I am telling for your information sake. आपको थोड़ा information के लिए I am telling you. Okay, you need not to remember it. Okay, in the 1758 he gave two kingdom classification. According to him, दुनिया में कितना organisms are that organisms are divided into two groups. The first group is kingdom Plantae. The second group is kingdom Animalia, and he called kingdom Plantae as Metaphyta and kingdom Animalia as Metazoa. समझ में आना बच्चों? Again I repeat, he proposed two kingdom classification. What do you mean by two kingdom classification? He classified all the organisms on the world into two kingdoms. That means two groups. What are they? First one is kingdom Plantae and the second one is kingdom Animalia. He called kingdom Plantae as Metaphyta and kingdom Animalia as Metazoa. Understanding? So these are the two kingdoms. Okay, according to Carolus Linnaeus. Understanding? Of course it's wrong actually. इसमें there is no fungus, nothing है ना. But see initial, this is like initial ना, so इसलिए थोड़ा गलती हुआ. Understanding it or not? Whereas Carolus Linnaeus wrote 4 books. What are the 4 books? Hortus Uplandicus. थोड़ा नेम अजीब है ना, 2 बार पढ़ो बच्चों तो आदत हो जाएगा. ओके, Hortus Uplandicus, systematics, Philosophia Botanica. What is that? Philosophia Botanica. The third book is Systema Naturae, and the fourth book is Genera Plantarum. So there are 4 books published by Carolus Linnaeus. What are the 4 books बच्चों? Hortus Uplandicus. I repeat because names difficult है ना, एक दो बार हम अच्छा से प्रैक्टिस करेगा तो प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो जाएगा. Hortus Uplandicus. Hortus Uplandicus. The second book is Philosophia Botanica. Philosophia Botanica. And the third one is Systema Naturae. Systema Naturae, and the fourth book is Genera Plantarum. I repeat, Genera Plantarum. These are the four books that are published by, written and published by Carolus Linnaeus, where Hortus Supplandicus book में he gave the introduction to the plants, whereas Philosophia Botanica book में he gave about principles and procedure of the classification. Okay, whereas Systema Naturae में he gave the detailed information and classification of animals, whereas Genera Plantarum में he gave detailed description of animals. Oh, sorry, plants. I'm really sorry. Okay, children, any doubts please ask. Either Carolus Linnaeus सबको समझ में आया ना, or any point you want me to ask children?
हेलो
हाँ बोलिए बेटा.
सर, नाम पूछते हैं क्या नीट के एग्जाम में?
This, yeah, basically Carolus Linnaeus में Systema Naturae and Genera Plantarum were many times asked. Hortus Supplandicus and Philosophia Botanica अभी तक they never asked, but no, Systema Naturae and Genera Plantarum are the most famous books, very famous books of what? The Carolus Linnaeus. That's why these two books please remember. Remaining two आपको like it's your wish, but there is no need. अभी तक no one asked. Okay beta.
Okay.
Now can I go for the next what is scientist bachcho? Yeah, now here comes the next scientist. What is the next scientist bachcho? George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. Sir, इतना बड़ा names we have to remember. No problem, no need to remember. सिर्फ Bentham and Hooker याद रख. Understanding it? Because if you go anywhere, wherever, understanding it, Bentham and Hooker only what else they will ask. Understanding it? So George Bentham, Joseph Dalton Hooker, no one will ask. इतना जरूर भी नहीं है. So at least Bentham and Hooker. Actually these two you remember, Bentham and Hooker. Understood bachcho? Now actually Bentham and Hooker, they are not scientists. You know that Bentham and Hooker, they are not scientists. Actually they used to work for Royal Botanical Garden. Understanding it? So they used to work in Royal Botanical Gardens, and out of their personal interest they became what? Scientists. Actually they are like they are workers. That means when they're working in Royal Botanical Garden, by observing that many plants they developed the curiosity, and then baad mein they became scientists. But actually when they joined in Royal Botanical Garden, they are not scientists bachcho. They normally they were employed. Understood? Like in they are employees of Royal Botanical Garden. Baad mein out of their personal interest they became scientists. Understanding it? So because out of their personal interest they became scientists, they are called as curators. They are called as what? Curators. Bachcho, idhar tak any doubts are there? Their personal interest made them scientists. Understanding it? But by default they are not scientists. Understanding it? They actually they were recruited as employees in Royal Botanical Garden. Baad mein out of their personal interest they became what? Scientists. That's why they're called as curators. They're called as what? Curators. Okay bachcho? Whereas they wrote a book also, Genera Plantarum. Bachcho, don't get confused. Sir, already Carolus Linnaeus gave Genera Plantarum, sir. That means which book? Bachcho, he actually, Bentham and Hooker, they used the name of Carolus Linnaeus. Understanding it? Don't think that either spelling mistake किया. No, मैं गलती नहीं किया बच्चों. Bentham and Hooker also used the same name that was already used by Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, hope आपको confusion तो नहीं आया ना बच्चों. And in this Genera Plantarum book he gave बापरे detailed description about all the plants, and this is the biggest natural classification of seed plants bachcho. Biggest, and the biggest classification of what I call natural classification of the plants, it was given by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker only. Very big classification. And इतना बड़ा क्लासिफिकेशन में they did small गलती. What is that गलती? इधर देखो बच्चों, मैं आपको हिंट भी दे रही है. इधर देख के can anyone tell? इतना बड़ा क्लासिफिकेशन में they made a गलती. What is that गलती? देखो मैं आपको अंडरलाइन कर रहा है. अदरवाइज देखो, ये देखो, मैं आपको हिंट दे रहे हैं बच्चों, ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस। इट इज रॉन्ग क्लासिफिकेशन, इतना बड़ा क्लासिफिकेशन, but still it is wrong. Why it became wrong? Can anyone tell? See this बच्चों, see and tell, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, इधर मैं आपको हिंट दे रही है। अकॉर्डिंग टू द इवोल्यूशन, अकॉर्डिंग टू द इवोल्यूशन, पहले कौन आएगा? जिम्नोस्पर्म्स, एंड जिम्नोस्पर्म्स के बाद कौन आएगा बच्चों? एंजियोस्पर्म्स, एंड एंजियोस्पर्म्स आर डिवाइडेड इनटू डाइकॉट्स एंड मोनोकॉट्स। एम आई करेक्ट और नॉट? बट जॉर्ज बेंथम एंड जोसेफ डाल्टन हुकर व्हाट गलती देख किया ना, एंजियोस्पर्म्स में डाइकॉट्स एंड बाद में जिम्नोस्पर्म्स एंड नेक्स्ट वन मोनोकॉट्स। बच्चों जिम्नोस्पर्म इज मच अर्लियर group than angiosperms, understand it? So how come, you only tell me bachcho, logically you tell me, is this possible that how come the what I call dicots and monocots बीच में gymnosperms आएगा? Because gymnosperms are much earlier formed plant group ना, very very earlier formed plant group। पहले gymnosperms are formed, बाद में what are formed? angiosperms, करेक्ट ना? हाउ कम ही इंक्लूड द एंजियोस्पर्म्स का बीच में जिम्नोस्पर्म्स डाल सकते हैं? दैट मींस इट्स फाइलोजेनी। फाइलोजेनी मतलब बच्चों मेनी टाइम्स आई टोल्ड यू, बट सेफ्टी के लिए और एक बार बोल रहे, फाइलोजेनी मतलब एवोल्यूशन। फाइलोजेनी मतलब व्हाट बच्चों? एवोल्यूशन। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द एवोल्यूशनरी रिलेशनशिप, दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज रॉन्ग क्लासिफिकेशन। अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? सो नाउ टेल मी, कैन एनीवन आंसर बच्चों? For my happiness, please answer. Bentham and Hooker's classification is very big classification, very big natural classification, but still it is a failed classification. Why? It's a failed classification. It's not accepted. Why? Yeah, arrangement is wrong. Which arrangement beta? Evolutionary arrangement. Yes, arrangement matlab evolutionary arrangement. And okay, very good, very good. Amruta and also Anuja and Mrudula. Yes, very good, very good. And there are some plus points also for this classification. What is that plus point? It is a most simple classification. Understand? Simplest classification, and it is based on the actual observations, and it is mainly based on the floral characters. These are the plus points. But see, whatever it is, how many ever plus points, let it be any number of plus points, but this classification is not accepted, because the basic cheese me, the very basic, the fundamental idea, it is wrong. What is that? Gymnosperms, they should not be placed between dicots and monocots, and he placed it. So कितना प्लस पॉइंट्स भी है, but it's not correct. Okay children, so can I confidently go for the next one? Can I go for the next one बच्चों? Yes, here comes the next scientist. Who is that बच्चों? Eclair. Eclair chocolate भी मिलता है मार्केट में, 2 रुपया। Understand it? When it is launched, it is half a rupee. And when I'm small, I used to buy it for half a rupee. Now it became 2 rupees. Okay, but that is not Eclair, and this is the name of a scientist. Okay, so Eclair, and the first phylogenetic classification. बच्चों बार बार बोल रहे बच्चों, because ना you will confuse the two. You are not reading in front of me. That's why this many times I'm telling you. Phylogenetic matlab evolution. The first phylogenetic classification was given by Eclair. Understanding it? The first phylogenetic, that means evolutionary classification, was given by Eclair, but he did not use that evolution like so great way. He used little phylogenetic relationship. That means ज़्यादा use नहीं किया, but little phylogenetic relationship he used. Understood बच्चों? And according to him, the plants are divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Okay, now let us take Eclair's classification. If you take the Eclair's classification, the Eclair's classification, he divided the plants into two major subkingdoms. What are they? Cryptogams and phanerogams. बच्चों आपको पता है ना, because maybe in your sixth seventh classes में we will teach animal plant classification. Basically in that we used to tell plant kingdom, again it is classified into two groups. What are they? Cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams मतलब क्या है? The plants which cannot be able to flower. Okay, so non-flowering. Whereas phanerogams matlab the plants which can flower. Understanding it? So all the non-flowering plants हम बोलते हैं cryptogams, and all the flowering plants they comes under phanerogams. And again cryptogams are divided into cryptogam. It is divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta, and Pteridophyta. And again the phanerogam, it is classified into Spermatophyta. Again Spermatophyta is divided into Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Whereas Thallophyta is divided into algae and fungi. Okay बच्चों any doubts in this? This is the classification. This is the sir ये classification आप पूरा detail से पढ़ाओ sir बच्चों. Not now. In chapter number 3 plant kingdom में I will explain. Okay, you need to wait for one more chapter. Okay, that means 8 days you need to 8 to 9 days you need to wait, then I'll explain. Okay, but इधर तक समझ में ना, इधर तक any confusions are there? But इधर तक any confusions are there? Repeat. Okay, according to Eclair, plant kingdom is divided into two groups. What are the two groups? The first group is cryptogam, that means non-flowering plants. And second group is phanerogams, that means what? Flowering plants. That means all the plants which will flower, they are called as phanerogams, and all the plants which cannot flower, cryptogams. And again cryptogams is divided into three groups. What are they? Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta. Again phanerogams includes one more group, that is nothing but Spermatophyta. And again this Thallophyta is divided into two subdivisions, that is called as algae and fungi. And Spermatophyta is divided into Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Understood बच्चों? Understood? Yeah. And सर ये हर एक ग्रुप के बारे में अच्छे से डिस्कस करो सर. बेटा मैं डिस्कस करेगा, but not now, because this classification is, it is only as a classification in this chapter, but uska detailed thing we will discuss in the chapter number 3. Okay, you don't worry, I don't leave anything, everything I will explain, but you please need to wait. Okay, in the unit, in the chapter number 3 mein I'll explain every group: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, algae, everything I'll explain. Okay, okay बच्चों, can I take the next scientist बच्चों? Yes, the next scientist is Oswald Tippo. Oswald Tippo, you know, he proposed the biggest phylogenetic classification. Understood बच्चों? First biggest, sir. Eclair also proposed na, that is a first phylogenetic classification, but he used very small, like very less details of evolution, whereas Oswald Tippo complete his classification based on the evolutionary relationship only. Complete evolutionary relationship का बारे में the classification was first of all given by whom? Oswald Tippo. Understood बच्चों? बच्चों, you understood the difference between Eclair and Oswald Tippo? सच बोलिए बच्चों, is this clear? Eclair and Oswald Tippo का difference समझ में आया? Eclair gave first phylogenetic classification. Okay, whereas Oswald Tippo first phylogenetic classification, but he used very less phylogenetic relationship, whereas Oswald Tippo he gave the biggest phylogenetic classification. See, he used a phylogenetic classification, but very, very less evolutionary relationship it is he used. But whereas his complete classification is based on what? Evolutionary relationship only. That means the biggest classification based on the phylogenetic relationship is nothing but Oswald-Tippo classification. Okay, beta? और एक बार बोलो, no problem. 10 times also I'll repeat, but you should understand. Is this clear or you want me to repeat? Is this clear सबको? Okay. Where the classification which was given by Oswald and Tippo is he classified the plant kingdom into two groups. What are the two groups? Thallophyta and Embryophyta. And Embryophyta again he divided into two groups. What are they? Atracheata and Tracheophyta. Understanding it? Whereas again Atracheata he divided this Atracheata into three groups. What are they? Hepaticopsida, Anthoceratopsida and Bryopsida. Whereas Tracheophyta into Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and Pteropsida. So these are this is a what you call classification given by Oswald Tippo. Okay. Children, can I take the next one? Yes. Okay. Three kingdom classification. बच्चों सबको पता है because I already explained and you told. आपने खुद ही बोला that you understood. So you admitted that. So now two kingdom classification. Okay, I'll tell, no problem. आप भूल गए तो I am here to remember ना. But by any chance anyone remember who gave the two kingdom classification? Of course, if you don't tell, I am here to tell. But आपको कुछ याद है क्या? Who gave two kingdom classification? Okay, I think you must have forgot. That's why no one are answering. Two kingdom classification was given by Carolus Linnaeus. According to Carolus Linnaeus, there are only two kingdoms are there. What are they? The first one is plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Understanding it? Whereas after two kingdom classification, basically two kingdom classification is wrong. Why? इसे दुनिया में only two kingdoms है क्या? Then what about prokaryotes? What about fungi? What about this unicellular eukaryotes? That's why it's wrong. And बाद में three kingdom classification आया, and it was proposed by Ernst Haeckel. Who is that बच्चों? Ernst Haeckel. I repeat, Ernst Haeckel. He is a German zoologist. According to him, he created a separate group for all the unicellular eukaryotic organisms. So according to him, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, and he created a separate group for all the unicellular eukaryotes. That is nothing but what? Protista. Okay, but his classification is also wrong. Why? Can anyone tell? But can anyone tell? His classification. See, two kingdom classification became wrong. Understanding it? So three kingdom classification आया. Understanding it? Now three kingdom classification also wrong only. Why? Can anyone tell? Why three kingdom classification also wrong हो गया? In this where he mentioned about prokaryotes. Where are prokaryotes? See, all the unicellular eukaryotes and plants are eukaryotes and animals are also eukaryotes. Where are prokaryotes बच्चों? देखो, दिखाओ मुझे. Prokaryotes किधर है? Where is bacteria? Bacteria are also organism, living organisms only na. So he did not classify about bacteria. That means prokaryotes. That's why Bichara his classification is also gone. Now, for my happiness, can anyone tell why Ernst Haeckel three kingdom classification also flop ho gaya? Can anyone answer? Why three kingdom classification proposed by Ernst Haeckel is also wrong? Is also not accepted. Yes, not included prokaryotes. Very good, very good. Tanishk, Sakshi, Anuja. Very good, very good. नाइस ना, ये भी गलती हो गया ना, चलो फोर किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन आया अभी नाउ फोर किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन वाज गिवन बाय कोपलैंड. Four kingdom classification was given by whom? What? Copeland. Understanding it now. Copeland he he gave a kingdom for all the prokaryotes, and the kingdom which is given for all the prokaryotes is nothing but Monera, and his classification also became wrong. Why? Can anyone tell? सर आपने बोला प्रोकैरियोट्स का बारे में थ्री किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन ओडिगल फ्लॉप हो गया. Okay, sir, at least, sir, four kingdom classification must be hit na. Is because he created a separate group for what? Prokaryotes. So this must be hit na. Sir, this also case a flop ho gaya. Of course, I will tell you. Don't worry, I am here na. But still, can anyone tell? Yes, fungi. Yes, Tanishk gave the answer. Okay, because where is fungi in this? So there is no fungi in this. Understanding it. So because he did not explain about fungi, bichara, his classification is also wrong. Understood? So his classification is also became wrong. Sir, then who gave? Sir, two kingdom classification Carolus Linnaeus flop ho gaya. चलो थ्री किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन एर्नस्ट हैकेल फ्लॉप हो गया. सर कोपलैंड फोर किंगडम क्लासिफिकेशन भी फ्लॉप हो गया. देन विच क्लासिफिकेशन इज करेक्ट सर? आ रही है हमारा हीरो आ गया. दिस इज द हीरो. हु इज दिस? R.H. Whittaker. Yes, Tanishk. R.H. Whittaker. Understood? This R.H. Whittaker gave five kingdom classification. Understood? This five kingdom classification, he has taken five criteria. Understanding it? What are the five criteria? The first one is complexity of the cell structure. That means the cell is prokaryote, eukaryote, or complexity of the body organization. That means organisms are unicellular, multicellular, whereas mode of nutrition, that means it is autotropha, heterotropha. Whereas a lifestyle, that means they are producers or consumers or decomposers. बच्चों producers पता है ना? बच्चों please ask. If you don't know, I am there. So please ask your teacher. Okay, producers matlab the organisms which can prepare their food, they are called as producers. Consumers matlab the organisms which depends upon the producers, that is called as consumer. And the organisms which depends upon the dead dead organisms, that is called as decomposers. Understood bachchon? Okay, and also evolutionary relationship. That means all the five criteria he has taken into consideration, and then he classified. Perfect classification diya, shandar classification diya. Pura dunya, everyone accepted it. Like pura dunya accepted it. Understanding it? Everyone, all accepted. Everyone accepted this particular five kingdom classification. What is that classification? Kingdom Monera, first kingdom. Kingdom Protesta, second kingdom. Kingdom Fungi, third kingdom. Kingdom Plantae, what? Fourth kingdom. And kingdom what? Animalia, fifth kingdom. In Monera, he included all the prokaryotes. In Protesta, he included all the unicellular eukaryotes. Whereas fungi में achlorophyllus heterotrophic fungi he included. Whereas Plantae में multicellular eukaryotic plants he included. Whereas Animalia में multicellular holozoic animals, that means consumers. Okay, this is five kingdom classification. This is five kingdom classification. बच्चों five kingdom classification समझ में है ना? And you know, five kingdom classification is the most accepted classification. Most accepted classification बच्चों. Okay, now इतना अच्छा, इतना शानदार, everyone accepted it, but this classification में भी एक छोटा गलती किया. What is that गलती? Can anyone tell? देखो बच्चों, if you see it properly, you will understand. Definitely you will answer. इसी ये क्लासिफिकेशन देखो, एक छोटा गलती हुआ, व्हाट इज दैट गलती? इतना अच्छा, एवरीवन एक्सेप्टेड दिस क्लासिफिकेशन, एवरीवन प्रेज्ड आरएच विटेकर, शानदार काम किया। यस, वेरी वेरी गुड अनुजा, परफेक्ट, यू आर राइट। ही डिड नॉट एक्सप्लेन अबाउट वायरस, वायरस का बारे में ही डिड नॉट। सर then this classification also must be wrong na, but you are telling it is right classification. Sir, he did not see, you told two kingdom classification flop ho gaya because he did not explain about what the prokaryotes. Sir, three kingdom classification bhi flop ho gaya because this is also not explained about prokaryotes. Sir, four kingdom classification bhi flop ho gaya because he did not explain about fungi. Sir, then five kingdom classification case a hit ho gaya because he did not explain about virus. So this classification also should become wrong na. Then surprisingly how the five kingdom classification right ho gaya. I will tell, don't worry, I will tell, I am here. But you understood the question or not? Answer में देता है ना, I will give the answer. इसको बारे में आप टेंशन मत लो, but you understood the question or not? आपको क्वेश्चन समझ में आया, नहीं समझ में आया? You did not understand the question. Question is two kingdom classification flop. Why? He did not explain about prokaryotes. Three kingdom classification flop. He did not explain about what protists, prokaryotes. Four kingdom classification flop. Wrong, because he did not explain about fungi. Five kingdom classification is hit. Everyone accepted it, but in this classification he did not explain about virus. Arey, all the above classifications flop ho gaya because they did not explain about something, some organisms. Now five kingdom classification he did not explain about virus, but still it became hit. Why? Why? At least now you understood the question, Anuja. Very good, your answer is correct. At least question now समझ में है ना? Now answer में देता है, virus he did not explain, but still his classification hit हो गया because virus is an intermediate organism. Sir, what you are talking, sir? Intermediate organism मतलब क्या है sir? What you are talking? इंटरमीडिएट ऑर्गेनिज्म मतलब मान लो उसको होस्ट मिला, then only it is living. उसको होस्ट नहीं मिला, then it is non living. Understand it? That means virus comes under living also and non living also. Virus is an organism which will be considered both under living and also non living. That is a reason why virus RH Whittaker did not explain, फिर भी उसका क्लासिफिकेशन हिट हो गया because virus you can consider it as non living also and virus you can consider it as non living also. दोनों भी है. Understood? That's why RH Whittaker classification is correct. Any doubts, children? Ask any doubt you ask, बच्चों. I am there to answer every question of yours. No need to hesitate. I am your teacher only. So no doubts. You are telling no. Okay. If no, that's good. Now the last topic of today. Okay, today repeat. I'll repeat. Who asked to repeat? Pratiksha. Yes, Pratiksha. Beta, virus you take virus na. Virus ka if it got host, understanding it, the virus it becomes alive. मान लो वायरस को होस्ट नहीं मिला, it is non living. That means virus it show only its living properties only when it get the host. Understanding it? So when it did not get the host, it is like a pen, it is like a paper. Pen and paper को कुछ life है क्या? Like that virus also don't have any life. That means virus है ना, virus is a kind of organism which don't have its own cell. That is the reason why virus always use the host cell as its cell. Understanding it? That's why virus will be considered as both living also and also non-living. Virus is considered as both living and also non-living. That is the reason why. Yeah, Tanishk, nice, good one, huh? Good one, yeah. ओके प्रतीक्षा बेटा समझ में है ना आपको? Yes, okay. Last topic today. Okay, I am stopping today's lecture. Okay, actually, today I thought of starting Monira also, but heavy हो जाएगा. इतना आप नहीं ले सकते हैं. So it is better. Okay, the last topic. With this we will stop. Okay, that is 3-domain classification. बच्चों 3-domain classification मतलब this classification was given by Carl Voss. Who is that बच्चों? Carl Voss. Who is that? Carl Voss. And according to Carl Voss, what happens? You know, he told. बच्चों आपको सबको याद है ना? और एक Carolus Linnaeus he gave taxonomic hierarchy. ये तो याद है ना? Don't tell that भूल गया बच्चों. Okay, taxonomic hierarchy तो समझ में ना? है ना? इसमें taxonomic hierarchy में how many levels are there बच्चों? How many levels are there? Yes, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So totally how many are there बच्चों? Counted 7 are there. Understanding it? But Carl was told that अरे यार kingdom का ऊपर भी और एक category है. That is nothing but domain. Tell me बच्चों what Carl was told? What Carl was gave? He told अरे यार किंगडम का ऊपर और एक कैटेगरी इन्वॉल्व करेगा मैं. दैट इज नथिंग बट डोमेन. अंडरस्टूड बच्चों? दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज डोमेन क्लासिफिकेशन. okay, domain classification was given by whom? So according to him bachcha I'm talking about Carl Voss. According to Carl Voss he gave 8 categories. Taxonomic hierarchy mein 7 categories, but according to Carl Voss 8 categories. What are they? Domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So 8, there are 8. Understood? And he gave 3 domains. What are the 3 domains? The first domain is bacteria, and the second domain is archaea, and the third domain is eukarya. Understanding it? Eukarya. Understanding it? Now in this bacteria ka andar he included all the what I call all the whatever prokaryotes, all the prokaryotes, and archaea ka niche he included all the ancient prokaryotes. एंशिएंट मतलब बच्चों आपको पता है ना? एंशिएंट मतलब पुराना प्रोकैरियोट्स. ओके, whereas यूकैरियोट्स का अंदर he gave 4 kingdoms. What are the 4 kingdoms? The first kingdom is Protista. Next one is what? Next one is what? Fungi. And the next one is what? Plantae and Animalia. So how many domains बच्चों? Domain bacteria, domain archaea, domain eukarya. And domain archaea का अंदर the kingdom Prokaryota and the kingdom ancient prokaryota and kingdom Protista, fungi, plant and animalia. So 6 kingdoms and 3 domains. Bachchon, what is that? 3 domains are there and 6 kingdoms are there. 6 kingdoms are there and 3 domains are there. And this is called unluck. Carl Voss classification, no one accepted it. अरे यार taxonomic hierarchy given by Carolus Linnaeus, when world पूरा दुनिया it is following unnecessarily, why are you confusing? So बकवास बंद कर बोला सब. That's why no one is following the 3 domain classification. अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट? सो 3 डोमेन क्लासेस. बच्चों देखने में आपको समझ में आ रहा है ना? व्हाई? सी ऑलरेडी मोनीरा में प्रोकैरियोट्स आर गिवन. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? अगेन व्हाई टू डिवाइड द प्रोकैरियोट्स इनटू 2 किंगडम्स? बच्चों आप खुद ही बोलिए, इज दिस नीडेड है क्या? अननेसेसरी जुगाड़, अननेसेसरी सिरदर्द है ना? Why unnecessary to create prokaryotes again into और recent prokaryotes and early prokaryotes करना जरूर है क्या? Understand it? There is no need. That's why this classification is not a valid or accepted classification. It's not a valid and accepted classification. Okay, children, समझ में आया? Any doubts are there? Any doubt you please ask. Okay, now with this I am stopping. Sir, or आधा घंटा, it's 12:30 only, sir. आधा घंटा time है बच्चों. I never care about the time. I always care about what, whether you are understanding or not. इससे ज़्यादा if I explain, bouncers हो जाएगा. Understanding it? That's why today I am stopping. Understood? Okay, children. And June 6th, you have June 6th, you will be having a small test, okay, mega test, and for that only living world, sirf living world, chapter number 1, only living world बच्चों, chapter number 1. Okay, bye children, मिलेगा कल हम. Okay, yeah, 45 questions. Yes, perfect. Tanishk, perfect. Bye children.